we can talk about that too. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. It looks like we are live on my website. I'm so excited. Guys, we did it. Welcome. So I am live on angelacaglia.com and we are live on Instagram. So super excited to talk with you today. We're going to talk about aging. You know, we're all aging, every single one of us. Even my 20-year-old daughter who made a comment of, wow, you guys are like in your 50s now. Boy, you're really getting up there. It's like, well, so are you. We're all aging. It's not just us. We're all aging. And this is not a show about aging 20 and up. This is a show about 40 and up. So we're going to talk about the differences in your skin as you age, as you're approaching menopause. Also, intrinsic and extrinsic aging. Intrinsic is the biological aging, how your parents aged, how your genes are, how you're supposed to age. Then the extrinsic, which is kind of your environment and how your lifestyle is and how that contributes to aging as well. And that can accelerate aging. So I'd love for you to ask any skincare questions. I am looking at them on my website. You can ask questions. I'm also on Instagram now, and I will be answering those as well. So feel free to ask me questions. But let's talk about over 40. What happens? So what happens is your sebum production slows down. And no one really talks about that. They're always talking about how the collagen and the elastin production slow down, right? That means gravity, you know, the laxicity in your jowls, all of that starts to fall. But they're also not discussing how the sebum production, which is our own, basically our own moisturizer, will slow down, which means you will get more dry and your fine lines will be more pronounced, which is why in all of the Angela Caglia skincare, we have a lipid lock technology which helps to deliver deeply hydration and moisturization, utilizing an ingredient that is almost identical to your own sebum. That is a proprietary way that we process meadowfoam seed oil. This oil is also the highest in natural ceramides. So with this proprietary process of adding this to our products, you're able to give back to your skin what you lose as you age. And we have even gone into the Bio-MSC, which is now our newest launch, the Cell Forte Serum, which delivers all of the exosomes and growth factors, all of the things that you lose as you age as well. So that is my whole philosophy, is to give back your skin what you lose as you age so you can look younger. That does not mean using products that sensitize your barrier like a retinol or a vitamin C that can irritate. If you are sensitizing your barrier, going out in the elements, no one lives in a bubble, you're going to age more. That's the secret. And if you're going to be using all the tretinoin, tons of, if you're not using the tretinoin, if you really want all your retinols, you want all your peel pads, you're using that so much, your skin can look waxy. Like, you know, you can always tell when someone's been using tretinoin for years. They almost have this waxy appearance to their skin. And that's what that process is doing versus the Cell Forte serum, which is derived from human mesenchymal stem cell conditioned media. That is the byproduct of the mesenchymal stem cell. Now, this is first to market. This is like, what is she saying? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. We decided as a company, having been a licensed esthetician for 30 years, that we want to do something that isn't just marketing BS. We want to deliver something to your skin that your skin actually recognizes, DNA free, to deliver thousands, not just one or two peptides, thousands of proteins, which are cytokines. We have growth factors. We have beautiful exosomes, all of the things that your skin recognizes to stimulate collagen synthesis, to brighten the skin, to hydrate, to reduce redness, and also reduce the look of pigmentation. We've done clinical studies that show 91% of the women using Cell Forte morning and night, religiously, morning and night, 91% saw a reduction in hyperpigmentation. That's a lot. That's a lot of people to see a reduction in hyperpigmentation. That is not easy to do. Most products over the counter do not do that. You need to go and get laser. This is your laser in a bottle. You don't need laser because laser is going to sensitize your barrier. You don't want to sensitize your barrier. You want healthy skin. That's the most important thing, to have healthy skin. And that is my philosophy. The healthier your skin, the healthier your life, and the more you're going to smile because you're going to look and feel younger. And we're delivering in, oh, I'm reading questions here. Let's see. The serum is amazing. Teresa said that. I've been using it for a few months and I look like I've had a facelift. Thank you. I feel the same, Teresa. I've been using it, luckily, for 8 months, guys. I'm 52 years old, been using it for 8 months because it used to be in a little sample jar. I went through this. I created a technology. It's called bio-MSC. MSC is for the mesenchymal stem cell. And that's why this is so breakthrough and so cutting edge. And let me explain what the MSC is. MSC, mesenchymal stem cell. We are born a ball of stem cells. One is a blood stem cell, the other is a mesenchymal stem cell. It becomes our heart, our hair, our liver, our gallbladder, and yes, our skin. It becomes that. So what happens is, as we age, around 4 or 5, if we hurt ourselves, when you're like 4 or 5, you would, I was so clumsy. I would always scrape my knee. When I would scrape my knee, it would heal so fast. And that's because of the abundance of mesenchymal stem cells at that age. Well, as we age, that declines. You know how when you see an older woman, she's bruised forever, or her scrape is going to stay there forever? That's because of the reduction of the mesenchymal stem cells. It goes in to regenerate and repair. It is at the forefront of regenerative medicine. And now, with our product, we're at the forefront of regenerative skincare. We are putting medical grade human mesenchymal stem cell conditioned media, DNA free. No stem cells are in this jar. They wouldn't survive. They certainly wouldn't penetrate your face. What does work is basically the byproduct. And I'm going to show you. This is actually from our stem cell research lab. We derive this from a stem cell research lab, one of the leading in the country, not just a contract manufacturer like most of those expensive products are that are sitting on your vanity that you purchased with a synthetic peptide, like one synthetic peptide. Think of this Cell Forte as 1,000,000 peptides times 1,000,000. I asked my husband, how do I say
Imagine
that?
all the peptides in the world multiplied by 10,000.
Okay, so he's whatever, he went to Princeton. He just said, I told him to jump with me and do the live a little bit, but he won't. Basically, imagine all the peptides in the world multiplied by 1,000. That's what you're getting, not just some synthetic peptide that someone's built a whole marketing story around.
Multiplied by 10,000.
Okay, whatever, he said multiplied by 10,000. You get it, right? And what is a peptide? What is a protein? A peptide is a building block to being a protein. There are over 10,000 proteins in here. That includes growth factors, cytokines, and proteins, and obviously growth factors. So we're putting back into your skin what your skin loses as you age, and we're applying it topically. And my stem cell research lab isn't for cosmetic use. They are primarily a stem cell research lab that banks stem cells of young babies. They also, that sounds weird, the young babies, but you know how when you have a baby and like you want to bank their stem cells for when they're older? That thing. Okay. So, and also what they do, which is so important and so valuable, they do research on Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, long COVID, epilepsy with the stem cells. And they inject them, FDA cleared emergency use, into the brain or the heart with a heart attack to go in and repair and regenerate, right? So what we're doing is taking the derivative of that, which is the real superpower, which is what they do in our own bodies. That is the exosomes and the growth factors and the proteins, and we're applying it topically to regenerate our skin. It's truly remarkable. The results are remarkable. And you know what? It never sensitizes your barrier, which is my favorite part. I never liked retinols. I've been an esthetician for 30 years. I don't like retinols. And I'm okay to say that. I never came out with a retinol. I had a few made. I'm like, ugh, I just don't like retinols. Also, vitamin C. That can irritate a lot of skins. It can have a lot of skins. It can break them out, basically. And I've seen that under my mag lamp. It's really hard to create products like that synthetically. So what's so beautiful about the Cell Forte serum is it's derived from something that actually makes your skin truly DNA free. So all of these real exosomes and growth factors and proteins and peptides and cytokines, these are something that your skin recognizes, you know? Like it's able to go in and be like, oh, thank you. This is going to help. I mean, it just is so logical versus other brands that just have a guy in a lab making a synthetic version of something in the stem cell. It's not going to be bioidentical. I don't see how that claim can even really be there because it's not going to be identical because it's not real. We have the real thing derived from the leading stem cell research lab in the country. And just so you know, The reason this is expensive, yes, it actually replaces quite a few products, but the reason it is expensive is because it's actually true medical grade. Not as a marketing term, medical grade, but truly medical grade, because this is frozen immediately and it is shipped frozen to my chemist who has worked with stem cell conditioned media before, who's very experienced. So he's able to stabilize it and put it in with a bioidentical group and also snow mushroom, which is very hydrating, and hyaluronic acid. So I know you're dying to see. It's just this beautiful lightweight formula. And don't think that this serum has silicones in it or things that are going to make you feel like your skin is dewy upon application. This is a treatment serum. This goes in your skin. It's not there to coat it to make you think you have great skin because it's plumping it up with the glycerin and the silicones. No, because I'm not that type of esthetician. I want you to be able to not wear makeup, and I want you to have the change in your own skin. I want it to be a treatment and to work. So this is layerable. This is always first to skin. It's very lightweight. It doesn't have all those heavy ingredients to sit and rest on top. So what you do, this is the process. First, you use the Neroli cleansing oil, which just won an Allure Beauty Award, which is amazing, gorgeous cleanser. And then what I want you to do is to apply the Cell Forte serum to your face, to your neck. You can even go up right here, guys. You can even put a little bit here if you like. Don't forget. And then you wait just a minute, let it dry, and then you apply a little bit of the Souffle moisturizer. This goes a long way. You don't need a lot. Look, I'm digging in there. So just a little bit, it'll go right in. And then I love to seal it all in with an oil. So this is my Daily Botanical Serum Oil. This is so gorgeous, all organic. It smells like lang lang, frankincense. It's so spa-like and so luxurious. It has rosehip oil, which is extremely high in vitamin A. It also has sea buckthorn, which is very high in vitamin C, naturally. So you're getting all that you need in this whole four-step process. You don't need to be using all of these things that go in and sensitize your barrier. You need products that work with your skin, not against it. So feel free to ask me any questions. We are live on the website, and we are also live on Instagram today. If you're on Instagram, just type a short question so I can read it. It's going to go by fast, so I want to be able to read it. That looks like it's a long one, but let's try and write one sentence or two. You don't need to, good question though, I did catch that. You don't need to use microneedle or red light first. Please respond. I am going to respond. That's a great question. You know, I was just asked this recently too. It's so interesting. Microneedling. All right, let's talk about what, having been an esthetician for 30 years, microneedling, what it does is it goes in and tricks your skin to thinking it's been wounded, right? All the needles everywhere, wounded to go in and rebuild from the inside. So having that mesenchymal stem cell, which you have, to go in and repair from the inside out. That's what microneedling does. Microneedling does not, even though you hear this, it's not true, it's misinformation. It doesn't help your serum go deeper into the skin. It doesn't. When they charge thousands of dollars for the microneedling and RF, and they'll apply exosomes after, it's not helping it go farther into the skin. It's actually helping it repair all the holes on your face, because the stem cell conditioned media was actually invented for wound healing in the 60s. They discovered it for wound healing. So I just want you to know that you don't need to microneedle to make this go in. This goes into your skin, and you can have this at home for $3.95 and use it morning and night and never have to disrupt your barrier. I've never done microneedling. I've never done RF. I've been offered by a plastic surgeon in Los Angeles to come and do it for free, $1,000 treatment. I wanted to be nice and say yes. I'm like, oh, I should try it. But I chickened out. Why did I chicken out? Because I've been using Cell Forte serum on my skin. My skin is in the best condition it's ever been in, ever. My skin. Why would I want to disrupt it and go put a bunch of needles on and then put this on top? Unbelievable. So it's important that you understand that microneedling is not necessary when you use Cell Forte serum. I'll demonstrate. Here it is. Look, there's Cell Forte serum. I'm putting it in my skin. I don't need to microneedle for channels to go down. It's actually penetrating. We have a delivery system, the lipid block, which brings it deep down into your skin. You don't need to microneedle. Microneedling disrupts your barrier. As an esthetician of 30 years, I'm not for any disruption of the barrier. I'm telling you, it's not good for your skin. Nobody lives in a bubble. You're going to go outside. You're going to get the sun. You don't need to do that. We just want healthier, stronger skin. That's what Cell Forte does. It will go in after 3 months. Yes, it does help melasma. After 3 months, I had 2 spots here. Remember, I'm 52 years old. From the sun, right? From driving, 2 spots here. I knew that I was going to have to go and get IPL to remove them because nothing over the counter that I knew of would take those away. After 3 months, I looked in the mirror one morning and I have a light right by the mirror and a window. I was like, where'd it go? It's gone, and it's still gone. And why that happened is because with the cytokines, it goes into repair damage. It's repairing damage, it's calming inflammation. That was sun damage. So that is my experience. And remember, I do clinical studies as well. 91% of all the women that use this morning and night for 4 weeks saw a reduction in hyperpigmentation. So everyone's different. It may take longer for you. It may take 3 months. It may take 4 months. It took 3 months for mine to be removed. It's incredible. So all I'm saying is this is the most medical grade product you'll ever find in the market. And you're not going to need all those other products that you think you need. Oh, I need the peel pads. Oh, I need the vitamin C. Oh, I have to have retinol if I'm over 40. You don't. You need something like the Cell Forte serum that is a 4-in-1, replaces all of that. Or maybe you have an expensive doctor brand with tons of peptides or a few peptides. This has so many peptides, the real peptides. And then I also added other peptides that are man-made. So this has more than the doctor brand, which is super expensive. And just because the doctor's name is on it doesn't mean that that doctor had touched skin and worked with skin for 30 years and knows ingredients. It doesn't at all. So be fully aware of that. These doctors want to be able to not have to do their practice and just kind of right off into the sunset by putting their doctor name on their jar to make a lot of money. It doesn't mean that it's a better product. Does it reduce fine lines, Miss Pie? Yes, it does reduce fine lines and wrinkles. Absolutely. That's the whole point. As we age, what happens is we lose our mesenchymal stem cell, we lose our collagen elastin, we lose a lot of things that keep us looking young and plump. What this does is it goes into regenerate and repair. I mean, a woman just said just now that it looks like she had a facelift. Feels like I had like some major laser work done and I hadn't. Like I only get Botox, full disclosure, once a year, and just a little bit right here. But you still, like I still have a little bit, but it's just, that's it, once a year. My skin, it is uniform. There is no pigmentation. That's one of the signs of aging. As you get older, you really can see these spots and it just makes you feel older, you know? So if your skin is uniform and there's no redness, the cytokines help reduce the redness and calm inflammation. Remember, it was invented for wound healing, healing. So this is a healing serum, a treatment serum that goes into your skin to hydrate it, to keep it glowing, to bring a brilliance that you haven't seen in a long time. That's what's so amazing about Cell Forte serum. Each time you wake up, it just gets better and better. You look at your face, you're like, wow. I remember just a few months in, I was like, I'm gonna go out to breakfast with my husband with no makeup on. Nothing. There were times when I was so tired, because obviously I have a company, I was so tired in the evening, I was like, oh, I gotta remove my makeup. And I glanced in the mirror, I'm like, wait, I don't even have makeup on. I thought I did, because my skin was so uniform, my pore size is reduced, pigmentation, and just this hydration and glow, this brilliance and radiance to your skin. Now, this is not just my opinion, but also this has won 4 beauty awards since launch. 4. One from Birdie. Birdie was Best Growth Factor Serum. Also from Elle, The Future of Beauty. Essence, one of the best skincare products, and the Zoe Report. So these are all highly respected editors that know a lot about skincare. And this has already won 4 beauty awards. Thank you guys for joining. Feel free to ask me any skincare questions. So you might say, well, why did you launch this? How did you get, how? Well, one, I didn't want to launch a retinol. No, thank you. I don't even like retinols. I didn't want to launch, oh, someone just said I'm on my, Funny Bert said I'm on my second bottle and it's a game changer. Yes, I'm so glad you're on your second bottle and yes, it is a game changer. So thank you. All right, I hope you're on subscription because we do have subscription. Yes, this is expensive, but if you're on subscription, The first time you get 15% off, and all the subsequent deliveries, which you can decide you want 30 days or 45 days, you'll get 20% off. So I'm going to give you 20% off if you become addicted like this wonderful person here. When you are addicted, you get 20% off. It's kind of our loyalty program. So just know you can subscribe. All right. So
Lena has a question on the website.
okay, yeah, I saw that. So she wants to know if she can use it with the tranexamic acid. Yes, you can to reduce melasma. Absolutely, this plays well. Remember, this repairs and regenerates. So if you're using something strong, you can put this on after to help repair and regenerate. So yes, or you can use this morning, use that at night. However you're using that, you can always incorporate this because it does heal. It heals and it works. Absolutely. All right, so feel free to ask me any more questions. We're having so much fun. We're talking about Cell Forte Serum, this game changer product that isn't just marketing. I launched this because my mother was diagnosed with dementia. Sorry, I'm reading as I'm talking. She was diagnosed with dementia 8 years ago from high blood pressure. Ladies, just make sure you're checking your blood pressure. But high blood pressure, if it goes uncontrolled and if you're not taking care of it, and you have to advocate with your doctor to take care of it. Because I also obviously genetics, I have high blood pressure, and they don't really take you seriously unless you say, no, it's not just white coat syndrome. I'm not just nervous getting it done. I have, like get a monitor, check it at home when you're chill, and no, if you have high blood pressure, if it's genetic, blah, blah, blah. So what happened was she said, okay, so Lola has high blood pressure. Yes, it's scary. And let me tell you about what happens when it isn't controlled. I had to advocate and push. I even had to go get another doctor. Now I have an amazing doctor who listens to me and will help. But what happens is they call it the silent killer because it is. What happens is you don't really know that you have high blood pressure. You just kind of have it. And what happens is you kind of feel your heart going, you feel like anxious. But what happens is if it goes uncontrolled, it can lead to a stroke. All right, the cutting off of the blood to the brain. So when that happens, the stroke, it can turn into another stroke, which is very common. And after that, it can turn into vascular dementia, right? Vascular dementia. So that's what my mom had. So far too young. She had her first stroke at 61. So far too young. But I was looking for alternatives because when it happens to your brain, dementia, it's a brain traumatic injury to the brain, part of your brain dying with a stroke. What they were doing is something called regenerative medicine. So I found the leading stem cell research lab in the country, and I went to inquire about something for my mom, any type of injection, blah, 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 FDA cleared, something we could do, emergency use. And I basically found the most amazing team. And I found out they actually had a broth they were working on for wound healing. So I became close with everyone. Okay, someone just said, I'm sorry, Lola, her mom died at 70 from a heart attack. Yes, so that goes hand in hand. The vascular dementia, they do die of a heart attack as well. So either a heart attack or a stroke. They're very common. Those are both heart related, the stroke as well, believe it or not. So please, Lola, make sure you're on blood pressure medication if you need to be, and talk to your doctor and get that medication if you have it. Just, if they will give it to you, please get on it. Don't hesitate. Go immediately. Have something where you can take your blood pressure at home and monitor it and write everything down and get on that medication. So anyway, when I discovered the Stem Cell Research Lab, they were so amazing. And oh, good, she is on it. Great, she's on medication. And then Teresa just said her mom also died from vascular dementia. Ladies, did you know heart disease is a leading cause of death in women? We hear a lot about breast cancer. That's just like a smaller percentage, like a lot smaller percentage. Heart disease is a leading cause of death in women. And a lot of that is we're not taking care of our health. And a lot of it is not knowing our blood pressure numbers. So please know your blood pressure numbers. All right, so, and go to, and advocate to get your own cardiologist. I want a cardiologist. I want the heart workup program. Just take care of that heart. All right, so when I went to the stem cell research lab, we were talking about skincare. She loves skincare. She's Korean, right? So Korea was leading in this technology as well, obviously Korea. So what we did is we decided, we talked and talked, and she's doing so many amazing things. She actually has a beautiful research arm where it's a nonprofit where they're able to, for free, take care of things like for my mom in terms of injections and all sorts of things and studies. So what we did, I walked in, we're like, we're gonna do a skincare serum. So I was like, I feel ridiculous coming in where you're doing so much good for this world and important things in regenerative medicine. And I'm asking you for a topical serum with the byproduct of the stem cells that you're injecting. And she said, Angela, you are getting the word out about MSC, which is a mesenchymal stem cell. So this not only makes you look younger and regenerates your skin, but we're also getting the word out, like I am right now, about regenerative medicine. And that is the future of medicine. All right, so this is magical. This is the magic. Human stem cell conditioned media. That is what is frozen and put in here, sent to my chemist. He thaws it out and he stabilizes it. Thousands of real exosomes, growth factors, and cytokines that go in to repair and regenerate your skin to look younger. Regenerative skincare is what we're talking about. So feel free to ask me skincare questions. I am reading as I'm talking. So, oh, someone just said the serum's amazing. And look at the reviews on my website. You know, please give them. Please give reviews on my website. There's nothing that makes me happier than to get a new review on my website of any of the skincare products, but especially the Cell Forte serum, because I know what a game changer it is. I'm experiencing it. And when I read it, I'm like, yes, yes, you're seeing it too. You know what it's doing. It's reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's hydrating your skin. It's giving you a radiance to your face that you haven't seen before. It's making you feel better and younger. That's the beauty of Cell Forte serum. It never sensitizes your barrier. It just makes you look better and better. It is a treatment serum. That's what it is. It's a treatment serum that goes in and really works. And it's not just the marketing lingo as most of those expensive luxury brands are. This is a luxury product, very expensive to make. We're not just using off-the-shelf ingredients from a contract manufacturer or a peptide that we made up, which is synthetic. We went to the source. That is the mesenchymal stem cell from a CGMP certified lab that is a stem cell research lab that doesn't even do cosmetics, except for when I go in and ask that I need my stuff so I can make my serum. All right, so thank you guys for, oh, Kathy joined. Thanks for joining, Kathy Massour. I'm recognizing some names. All right, so let's see. I just bought the cleanser, the souffle. Loved it so much, blah, blah, blah. She bought this. Oh, great. Jade bought everything. So she just went in and got the gorgeous Allure Beauty Award. Oh, I can smell that gorgeous neroli. It's all organic. Very rare that you see a beautiful oil cleanser that's all organic. We have marula, moringa, blackcurrant seed. And what's beautiful about it is you apply it, massage it in, it dissolves all of the makeup, goes into your pores to deep cleanse. Oil works with oil. And then you add water with your fingertips, you massage again, and then it lightens, becomes this beautiful light creamy milk. And then you remove that with a wet washcloth and your skin is not dry or tight. Everything is removed and you have this beautiful soft glow to your skin. Remember, when you're over 40, you also lose those essential fatty acids and the sebum production. So you want to put things back into your skin that you lose as you age. This is step number 1. Step number 2 is the Cell Forte serum. Step number 3, as Jade knows, is the souffle moisturizer. There are 0 essential oils in here, 0 silicones. Why would I do that? I'm an esthetician, no silicones. And also there's just this beautiful freshness to it, and there's goat milk that calms redness. This is gorgeous. You just need a little bit. A little goes a long way. And then I like to finish it with my gorgeous oil. This is all organic. All right, someone just said the cleanser's amazing, Chris Crabtree. And this oil I love. This is the Daily Botanical Serum. It's all organic. Lang Lang, frankincense, sea buckthorn, rosehip. Now this, if you're over 40, this is a must. This is like, oof. The Lang Lang and frankincense smell, they just transport me. It feels like I'm about to go into a spa experience. Actually, when I give a facial, I do put this over before I massage. This is what I use to massage the skin. Yeah, she just said Lola loves the smell of this oil. I apply it midday, like I am right now, just to give a nice little glow and to seal everything in and to keep my skin hydrated. It's just amazing. I'll put it on my neck. Sometimes what I'll even do, here's a little trick. Lola, if you're watching, you can get a little bit of the souffle moisturizer, like this, and then you almost spill something. Then you add a few drops of the oil, just like this. And you can create your own kind of an even more rich moisturizer. There you go. I like to make it my neck cream. It smells insane because remember the souffle moisturizer is lightweight and emollient, but I just added a little something to it to give it more punch. And this has no fragrance. So now it has the ylang ylang and frankincense and it's like a little richer. So this is nice to do at night. That's one of my favorite things to do.
She's asking, do I apply all 4 products day and night?
Yes, you don't need to cleanse in the morning if you're over 40, Jade. So definitely this is your system, morning and night. But in the morning, since you've done your thorough cleanse at night, in the morning, I just wake up and go right into the Cell Forte serum and then the souffle, and then I'll seal it with a little bit of this. A little goes a long way of these 2 products, all right? I want you to know that. Great spreadability with everything. And we do have the subscription for all the products. So you can get a discount, Jade, because you're using all of them. You can get a discount. All right, so someone said, thank you, I don't cleanse in the morning, I'm 43. Yay, good, I'd love to see that. You don't need to cleanse in the morning. If you've done a thorough cleanse at night, it's like not like you're wearing sunscreen or you're out in the elements or you got to remove all the stuff. You just did something beautiful to your face and you applied the products. And I always kind of laugh when someone says, yeah, you want to put your sunblock at, let's see, can you put makeup on or sunblock on top of these products? Yes. I always laugh when someone says like, oh, well, I use retinol and I need to wipe that off in the morning. It's like, well, you were sleeping for 8 hours. If it didn't go into your skin, I don't know what kind of retinol you're putting on. And secondly, why do you want to get that off so badly? Why would you even put it on if you want to get it off so badly? My philosophy is it's going to go in your skin and don't put anything on that you kind of want to get off. It doesn't make sense to me. It goes into your skin. You're sleeping overnight. So it's going into your skin. And it's not even going on your pillow unless you're drenching yourself in oil. So it goes into your skin. All right, so when do you use your LED mask in the sequence? Great question. The LED mask is going to be used before you put any products on. Unless you want to do a kind of a cool treatment, you want to put the Cell Forte serum on, wait a few minutes, and then do the LED. That's it. Otherwise, don't put anything on your skin because you don't want any shine. You want the lights to go directly in. You don't want any shine. The oils have shine, the souffle, I mean, everything has shine except for the Cell Forte. So I like to do it on clean, dry skin, bare skin, and then after the LED, I will jump in and it's so permeable to put the Cell Forte, and then I'll go into this, but make sure your skin is clean. So you want to cleanse first. Great, so she stopped cleansing in the morning too because you don't need it. All right, great. So feel free to ask me more questions. I love so many estheticians are joining. Thank you for joining. We are launching into some spas, just so you know. We just, I did a training at the Conrad LA, which is a Hilton hotel in downtown LA, and also the Beverly Hills Hotel is offering this facial. So this is ideal in the facial treatment room at the end of the service to add in and give them exosomes and growth factors and proteins. Can you use the serum if you had a Botox treatment? Absolutely. Absolutely. Botox is under the skin and you want to, Botox isn't going to make your skin bright, right? It's not going to give you radiance. It's going to help with wrinkles. So using this along with the Botox, it's a powerful combination because you're not going to have any wrinkles and you're going to have hydration and a glow to your skin. It's going to reduce the look of an older person, which has the hyperpigmentation, sunspots, gone. But B, everyone's different. It took me 3 months, right? But in our studies, it took 4 weeks and 91% saw a reduction in pigmentation. But the more you use it, and I'm telling you, be addicted. Make this your best friend. Do not wake up and not put it on. Oh, you wake up, but you have to put this on. And then when you cleanse at night, put this on. So morning and night is what I recommend because that's how you're going to see the best results. It's like you bought it. Use it. Don't use another serum at night. Use this in the morning. Don't use vice versa. Use this morning and night. You don't need those other serums. Any other serum you have, and I can say this as an esthetician and also formulator, it's going to be inferior to this. So why on earth would you only use this once and then use another serum? That other serum is probably just like a peptide serum with a bunch of fillers in it or silicones or hyaluronic. Nothing compares to this. This is the most medical grade serum on the market. It's the biggest breakthrough, and I'm actually kind of proud to say. Let me just talk to my husband for a minute. Aren't you proud that this is like the biggest breakthrough that we did this?
Yes.
He's my business partner, by the way, my husband. And yes, it works. It works to be married and work together because I adore this guy, and he has no ego. He's really chill.
Look,
Anyway.
the video on our website is blank, so people can see it.
Oh yeah, okay, so if you're watching on the website, you can see there's a video right now. It's showing basically the hazmat suits and how this is made, and there's lot to lot consistency, just so you know. Everything is hand done. It takes about 2 months. Oh, someone just said to say hi to my husband. Hi. Lola says hi to you, Rob. So if you're watching on the website, you can see the guy in the hazmat suit and how he's freezing it and deriving it. How is it derived? All right, I'll tell you how it's derived. It's derived from 1 tablespoon of fat, adipose tissue, from healthy consenting adults with FDA cleared protocols. And from that, there's about 11 million MSCs. What our lab does is they'll put it in here, and the stem cells are very fragile. They'll stick to the bottom, and they'll have this conditioned media liquid. The stem cells will drink and excrete all of the exosomes and growth factors. Thousands, and they've counted up to 10,000. There's probably way more, they just didn't have time, but there are thousands of exosomes and growth factors and proteins. What is all that? It's way better than a peptide. So just so you know, you all think that the peptide is the thing. Peptide is just a man-made version of what this is, but not even near, because there are thousands compared to their 1 or 2 peptides, which are man-made and synthetic. This is the real deal. And that's why it regenerates your skin. That's why the stem cell, which produces this, it's DNA-free, by the way, because it's duplicated. But the stem cell that produces this is injected in the brains for regenerative medicine, into the heart after a heart attack. It regenerates. And that's what it's doing topically when we apply it to your skin. And that's why this is the most efficacious serum ever to exist. And that was my whole goal in making this. Francis said, Angela, where can I get this? My website, angelacaglia.com. The G is silent, like lasagna. That's ANGELACAGLIA.com. Also, if you're in LA, Violet Gray. And we're launching at a luxury retailer in September, but I can't tell you which one, but it's huge. All right, so someone just said Jenna. Jenna had a question. Rob, can you read me what Jenna said?
You need to shake the serum bottle. The instructions on the bottle says to shake it. Please advise.
You know, anytime you have any product, I recommend to shake it. So yeah, I recommend to shake it. I mean, you don't have to. A lot of times I don't. Everything's there. You don't really have to shake it up. You take a look, but it's always good to shake it if you can remember. See, it's like kind of a clear, but not clear. She said, thank you. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you can remember, shake it, but it's still going to work just as good. All right. So feel free to ask me more questions. Let's see. All right, we've got more questions coming. We're talking about Cell Forte and why it's first to market, why it's won 4 awards. And if you're watching on my website, you can see how we're actually deriving it. And the stem cells are watched, right? That these scientists, you can see, they're looking at it. It's clear. So you're seeing how stable the actual stem cells are and how viable they are, which is really important for lot-to-lot consistency in creating the stem cell conditioned media. I have one other competitor who does it in a big vat, like a wine vat, you know, the big stainless steel where the stem cells will stick to the side, and you can get a lot more of the conditioned media, but he can't see the viability of the stem cells, which are very fragile. And that's why this is so expensive, because it's all hand done. And that's why it works so well. So it's literally like having those expensive exosome facials sitting on your vanity, and you can apply it morning and night. And it's a high percentage of stem cell conditioned media, by the way. Remember, I'm an esthetician who still works after 30 years because I want to stay connected to you. And the more I'm connected to you, the better products I make. I don't want to be just a brand, right? Just like, okay, let's get the doors, let's sell the product, boom, boom, boom. I want to be the one who works with my chemist to formulate. I have a certificate in formulation chemistry and cosmetics. I want to be the one who touches your skin, who talks to you, who knows your concerns, who cares about you. Such an intimate thing to give a facial. To have that with me when I work with him to create is important to me, which is why I want the most elegant bottle, why I want the highest percentage of stem cell conditioned media, why I'm not going to cut any corners, why my world-renowned chemist calls me boss. I think my warehouse hates me too, because I get onto them on just like, wait a minute, is this a luxury experience? Like, are you folding this properly? Well, there should be a sticker securing it. I don't want this shipping in in root, like I want it to be, it's just when you care about the end consumer, which is what I do because I still give facials. And I'm never going to stop. It's always going to be a percentage of my time. Right now it's 20%. I mean, I just came back from New York doing a residency. So I try to get facials everywhere I go so I can know your concerns, but mainly it's to connect with you, to keep me, I don't want to say honest, I am honest, but to keep me focused on creating something for you. So it's not just me. You hear a lot of founders say, well, I didn't find what I wanted for my skin, so it wasn't out there, so I created it. That's just a marketing story, guys. I want to stay connected with you to where I know your concerns and I care about you and I'm creating this for you. It's not for me, it's actually for you. So thank you for all your questions and building this community with me so I know your concerns. Also, we have a pipeline of products coming out. If you have ideas, DM me, tell me. It's like, I really would like a spray essence, or I really think you should do a body serum. All of that is very valuable to me, so thank you. All right, so someone just said, I would love a facial from you, and I love your Souffle Moisturizer. Yay, thank you. Well, I am in New York giving facials now. I'll be in the Hamptons this summer and in Los Angeles. All right, so someone just said, how long after the CO2 fractional laser treatment can I begin using the serum? Remember, it was invented for wound healing. It's been 3 weeks, I would say now. This was confirmed with your doctor who did it, but this is like invented for wound healing. So if you just had the CO2 laser, this is ideal for your skin. Ideal. All the exosomes and growth factors go into repair and regenerate. This is ideal. 3 weeks is a perfect amount of time in the end. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, feel free to ask me a few more questions. I'm about to end the live, but I wanted to thank you for hopping on. We were talking about skincare over 40, and it's young, guys. It's young. You are young, and I want you to feel younger, which is why I created this whole skincare collection. So remember, I do have subscriptions, so you can get it on a regular basis, and you can choose like how many days, 30, 40, 60, and you'll get a discount. So I know sometimes you watch these lives for a discount, but today we're just giving education, and I'm letting you know about subscriptions where you can actually get a discount on a regular basis. And most importantly, you can be consistent with your regimen. Consistency is key, especially using the Cell Forte serum if you really want to see those results. Someone says, when can I buy it in the UK? I believe we ship to the UK, so you can get it on. I'm not sure, so check that out. Or if you have a friend in the US, have her get it for you. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a beautiful day. And hand cream would be great. Body treatment, everyone's saying what they want. Good idea. Hands. No one said that before. I love that idea. Hand cream. Maybe a hand and neck cream. Use it for both. When I apply it, when there's residual on my fingers, you guys should do this too. When I apply the Cell Forte, I put it on the back of my hands. Truly. His hands get older and then like you see the spots because when you're driving, so it'll help with all of that. So thank you guys. Have a beautiful day. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you soon.